Ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues and friends, it is with great pleasure as the chair of ISAC 2014 conference, in my personal name and of the other co-chairs, I salute you and give you a warm welcome to Lisbon. I would just say a few words to thank the persons that made this conference possible and hopefully a great success. First, I want to thank the ISAC Society and the Executive Committee for inviting us 2 years ago to organize this event and for the support given along these 2 years. Second, I want to acknowledge the work of my dear friends Margarida Nunes da Ponte, Isabel Amaral, and Pedro Encarnação for having accepted to act as co-chairs and for the enormous contribution they gave to the organization of this conference. Also, a special thank to the organizing entity, Instinct, especially to Monica Saramago and their colleagues. They worked very hard to solve all the small and big problems that always come up when organizing such a complex event. Very special greetings to all those that accepted enthusiastically to support the conference through their volunteer work. I'm sure that all the volunteers will try to the best of their knowledge to support all the delegates, so when they are back to their homes, they will remember the warm welcome they were given in Portugal. Thank you, dear volunteers, for the support given to all delegates along the next days. Finally, I want to thank Minister Mota Soares for giving us the honor to inaugurate ISAC 2014. I hope that your presence here means the political support to persons with complex communication needs, not only in our country, but all over the world. Finally, I wish you all new discoveries, both personal as well as professional. Thank you for coming and enjoy the conference.
Thank you, Luis, and thanks. Thank you very much to our wonderful Portuguese hosts, and thank you all for being here. This is the 16th biennial conference of the International Society for Augmentative and Alternative Communication, ISAC, here in Lisbon. And of course, the theme of our conference is Discovering Communication. And as Luis said, the conference is the product of thousands and thousands of hours of work by hundreds of people from around the world, and certainly a significant contribution and amount of work by our Portuguese hosts. But I also want to emphasize that a lot of what you are going to experience over the next 4 days is due in part to the work of many, many ISAC members from around the world who've contributed to make this happen. We have joined together with us today in Lisbon over 600 delegates from 44 countries. So it's a significant participation. It's a testimony to the international exchange of ideas and innovation that we come together every 2 years to share and to take the opportunity to forge new links, make new friendships, and of course to see our old friends again. We're going to spend the next 4 days thinking, talking, dreaming, imagining, but also eating, drinking, and laughing, and probably dancing. As you have seen in all of the posters, and certainly the name of the conference, Discovering Communication, is that we're here to make new discoveries. And Lisbon is the perfect location for that. It is the historical starting point of the great discoverers who set off in their fragile ships to circumnavigate the globe and discover and make new connections with people around the world. And as the discoverers and mariners of centuries past fanned out from Lisbon across the globe, you have all come back to Lisbon from all parts of the world, from every continent, to make discoveries about human communication. So since you're all here, where are you from? So what we're going to do is we're going to have a little look-see at where you may actually be from. So we're going to show you the countries that of all the people who are registered at this conference. And as I said, there are 44 of them. So as we show the flag of your country, I would like you to clap, cheer, stand, wave your hands, and let yourselves be known. Can you do that? Absolutely. I figured you could. All right. In a moment, there we are. Argentina. Woo! Australia. Austria. Belgium. Brazil. Woo! Canada. China. Woo! Croatia. Woo! Denmark. Egypt. Estonia. Finland. Woo! France. Germany. Hong Kong. Hungary. India. Ireland. Israel. Italy. So quiet, Italy. Japan. Republic of Korea. Malawi. Welcome. Malaysia. Malta. Mexico. Bienvenidos. Monaco. Namibia. The Netherlands. New Zealand. Norway. Woo. Poland. Portugal. Romania. Slovenia. South Africa. Spain. Sweden. Switzerland. Taiwan. Thailand. The United Arab Emirates. The United Kingdom. The United States. Welcome all. Welcome to Lisbon. Now it is my pleasure to introduce to you the Honorable Minister Pedro Mota Soares of the Government of Portugal to welcome you to Portugal on behalf of the Portuguese people.
Well, thank you so much, Franklin Smith, Executive Director of ISAC. Allow me as well just to greet and congratulate the Portuguese conference co-chairs that are led by Professor Luís Azevedo, but as well Margarida Nunes da Ponte, Isabel and Pedro Encarnação as well. And I would like to, on behalf of the Portuguese government, welcome you all to Portugal, especially to this wonderful city of Lisbon. You have 700 participants from 44 countries all over the world that chose Portugal and Lisbon for this biannual conference of the International Society for Argumentative and Alternative Communications, ISAC. I would like to personally and on behalf of the Portuguese government give you all our thank you so much, especially to ISAC, for the fundamental work that you are doing, improving the lives of children and adults all over the world with complex communication needs. I think that it's really throughout new technologies that we can improve the quality of their lives and the communications with the world that around all of us involves us. ISAC's mission is to promote the best possible communication for people with complex communication needs. And in order to help those that are more in need, through new ways of technology and better access to those ways of technology. You are today and throughout your work building bridges for the future. And new technologies are fundamental to the autonomy, to the social and to the professional integration of people with disabilities all over the world. The full integration allows the social participation and the fulfillment of fundamental rights that make all of our society a more inclusive place to live in. I know that you don't want, of course, a long speech from a boring politician, and I'm not here to do that. But just let me address two things that, in behalf of the Portuguese government, for us are very, very important. We are also trying to work on that direction. Just last year, 2013, we increased around 80 new partnerships with NGOs. Nowadays, we have almost 800 partnerships with NGOs regarding the inclusion of people with any kind of disability. And as you know, we are just beginning to work on the new European framework that we have for the next 7 years. And on that framework, we need new policies and we need new initiatives for people that can really touch people's lives, especially the lives of people with disabilities and their families as well. And that is why we are very keen on looking and we are very keen on knowing what you're going to decide all over this conference and all the things that you're going to discuss all over this conference. You set as your scope in this conference to discover communication. And I have to tell you that you're in the perfect place to do it. You're in Lisbon, and I don't know if you already went sightseeing a little bit, but just opposite on the river, you have a very well-known tower, the Tower of the Discoveries, where around 500 years ago, we also set to discover communications. At that time, we did it by ship. Nowadays, I know you do it throughout the new technologies, and it's throughout those new technologies that you change the old way of communications. And when you change this, you bring down the old barriers that sometimes people still have. And I was just checking the program of a conference, and I thought very, very interesting that you have a workshop that is called "There is no can't." And I have to tell you this here today, you make this sentence possible. There is really no can't. Thank you so much.
Minister Suarez, ISAC Executive Board, ISAC 2014 Conference Team Leadership, delegates. On behalf of the entire staff team at ISAC International, welcome to Conference 2014. This, our organization's 16th biennial conference, marks an important point in the history of ISAC. It is the first time that the organization of an ISAC conference has been managed directly from the offices of ISAC International. We have spent the 2 years since our very successful 15th biennial conference in Pittsburgh working hard towards building our own in-house conference capabilities, and looking around this auditorium this morning, I can absolutely say that all of the effort has paid off. Of course, an international conference of this magnitude does not happen by itself, and there were many people who were involved with this effort that need to be thanked. However, I am here right now to single out a group of organizations who, without their financial support, none of this would have been possible. I am speaking, of course, about our sponsors. Please join me as I introduce each one of them in giving them a very warm ISAC and Portuguese round of applause. Imagina. Our sincere appreciation to Imagina, ISAC 2014 communicator sponsor, for their generous sponsorship of the conference proceedings and 2014 membership directory on those beautiful USB flash drives, which each and every one of you should have received in your delegate bags. In addition, Imagina has generously donated the following prizes for our fabulous draw, which will be conducted during our closing ceremonies. So everyone needs to be here during the closing ceremonies in order to win. They've contributed one 10-inch Android tablet loaded with all Imagina apps for AAC, 10 gift vouchers of Vox for All, 10 gift vouchers of Oscar Fields, and 10 gift vouchers of My Health Pass. A true communicator sponsor, I personally want to express my most special thanks to Secundino Correa for his company's generosity and in volunteering his time to act as Portuguese-English translator at our conference. Secundino, thank you. Next, I would like to recognize Informa, publishers of the ISAC journal AAC, another of our communicator sponsors. Informa is kindly providing all ISAC Conference 2014 attendees with a very special offer of 15% off a new subscription to AAC. Thank you, Informa. Please make sure to click their logo on the Conference 2014 sponsor webpage, and you'll be directed to the Informa special offer. Next, the Star Alliance Network, designated as the official airline network for ISAC Conference 2014, a visionary level sponsor. The Star Alliance Network has generously donated our grand prize of an air travel voucher valued at €1,000. This voucher will be valid for use within 1 year, and there are certain other conditions that apply, so please make sure if you are the winner at our grand prize draw, come and speak to me directly. Thank you to Star Alliance for helping to make travel to the ISAC 2014 conference more affordable for everyone. We hope to have Star Alliance's continued support for future ISAC conferences. My very special and personal thanks to Patricia Ferreira of TAP Air Portugal, our contact with the Star Alliance Network, whose efforts helped to make our relationship with the Star Alliance a tremendous success. Thank you. Tobii Technology, another visionary level sponsor. Please make sure to check out the 2 Tobii Technology sponsored sessions at our conference, both taking place on Wednesday in Auditorium 2. The first will be held from 9:30 to 10:30 and is entitled Eye Tracking Reports for AAC. The second is from 11 to 12 noon and is entitled Communication Without Compromise, Harnessing Tablet Technology to Maximize Communication. Very special thanks to Thomas Norden and Nicole Rashor for their support. Next up is Assistiveware, our champion level sponsor, who are the very proud sponsors of the newly formed Isaac New Professionals Travel Assistance Grant. Isaac and Assistiveware recognize the need to provide incentives to new graduates working in professional fields related to AAC, including speech-language pathology, special education, and occupational therapy, to benefit from international education and networking opportunities. Providing financial support that allows new professionals to attend Isaac Conference is an important aspect of Isaac's ongoing work in the field of AAC. So a very, very special thanks to Dave Niemeyer of Assistiveware for his company's generous sponsorship. Moving on to our hospitality sponsors, first is Vitamix, the official blender bar sponsor of Isaac Conference 2014. We are thrilled to have forged a new relationship with this outstanding company, and we encourage all of you to visit the blender bar and check out their amazing blenders, cookbooks, and who knows, you may even get to sample a treat or two. Thank you, Vitamix. A very special thanks to 100 Rumos, who are providing all conference attendees with a special rate for ground transfers back to the Lisboa airport. You will find their certificate in your delegate bag, and I would encourage all delegates to use their service. And by the way, there are 15 special gift certificates hidden somewhere in this auditorium, courtesy of 100 Rumos. They are hidden in the pull-up tables behind, in front of your chair. So I would encourage you to quickly take a look right now. You will find potentially envelopes in there. If you find one, please feel free to bring it to the... There you go. Congratulations to those of you who may have found one. Just a couple of last sponsors, please. Lisbon Spirit, another of our hospitality sponsors, is offering walking tours of our host city of Lisboa. Sign up for the walking tours is located at the main conference check-in and is available on a first-come, first-served basis. Anditech is another generous Portuguese company exclusively dedicated to assistive technology. With the collaboration of special education professionals in rehabilitation, Anditech's emphasis is in the areas of augmentative communication, interfaces, and computer-integrated solutions, environment, and mobility control. Thank you, Anditech, for your sponsorship. And lastly, but certainly not least, I want to extend a thank you to Attainment Company, a supporter-level sponsor whose financial support has enabled a delegate from an emerging nation to attend Isaac 2014 here in Lisbon, who otherwise would not have been able to do so due to financial considerations. Thank you.
Thank you, Franklin. Now we're going to turn to a very unique event, and certainly a unique and first for Isaac. It is my pleasure to announce and to present the first Isaac Lifetime Achievement Award. This new award has been created to honor an individual linked with the field of augmentative and alternative communication who has made a significant lifetime contribution to the enhancement and growth in human knowledge and the overall improvement of the human condition. World-renowned scientist, physicist, and writer, Professor Stephen Hawking is the first ever recipient of the Isaac Lifetime Achievement Award. As an individual who has used AAC for decades due to a progressive motor neuron disease, Professor Hawking has both a personal and professional appreciation of the value of AAC. We're incredibly fortunate in our modern era to have the continual advancements in AAC technology that have been available to enable the creative thoughts and ideas of genius to be heard and understood, ideas and sparkling insight that may have otherwise been lost. Professor Hawking's drive to persevere through challenges that many may have found insurmountable and his desire to open up our minds to the universe is an inspiration to us all, but even more so as a testimony to never underestimating and never discounting the brilliance and creativity of a fellow human being, no matter what their condition. Professor Hawking, your lifetime achievements are an inspiration to us all, but even more so to people who use AAC, inspiring them to dream, to have confidence, and to set goals far beyond the stars. It is my great honor to present Professor Stephen Hawking with the Isaac Lifetime Achievement Award. Unfortunately, Dr. Hawking's frail physical condition has made it impossible for him to join us here today, but he has sent us a personal message of acceptance and thanks, and I would like to share that with you now. Soon.
Can you hear me? I am honored to accept the Isaac Lifetime Achievement Award. I first started using assistive technology in 1985 after a tracheostomy operation removed my ability to speak altogether. For a time, the only way I could communicate was to spell out words letter by raising my eyebrows when someone pointed to the right letter on a spelling card. It is pretty difficult to carry on a conversation like that, let alone write a scientific paper. However, a computer expert in California, named Walt Wolters, heard of my plight. He sent me a computer program he had written called Equalizer. This allowed me to select words from a series of menus on the screen by pressing a switch in my hand. My computers are now supplied by Intel, and I control them using a small sensor on my glasses, which responds to my cheek movement. When I have built up what I want to say, I can send it to a speech synthesizer. Using this system I have written 8 books and a number of scientific papers. I have also given a number of scientific and popular talks. They have been well received. I think that is in a large part due to the quality of the speech synthesizer, which was made by Speech Plus. One's voice is very important. If you have a slurred voice, people are likely to treat you as mentally deficient. This synthesizer is by far the best I have heard, because it varies the intonation and doesn't speak like a Dalek. The technology of voice synthesizers has greatly improved in my lifetime. My voice was made in 1988. It is a large power-hungry box, but I haven't changed it for a modern software voice because, by now, it is identified as my voice. Today you can get your own voice and handwriting recorded for use on a computer. Technology has changed the human condition dramatically over the past few decades. It is my hope that through continued research and investment, giant leaps in assistive technology will be made, bringing new technologies such as brain-controlled interfaces and facial recognition to everyone. To this end, Isaac has created a new endowment fund associated with this award. It is my hope that this fund will grow quickly as a result of investments and support from contributors, including the many technology companies within this field. Isaac's endowment initiative provides a way for companies involved in assistive technology to further invest in the growth of not only ideas, technologies, and market share, but also to contribute to the expansion of the human voice and spirit across our world. I wish you all the best for a thought-provoking and successful conference. Thank you for listening.
And I believe Janice Murray of the UK is going to, Janice, are you here? There you are, is going to help us get this award to Professor Hawking, since he doesn't live too far away from where you are. Thank you. And I just wanted to make a comment that Professor Hawking talked about Walt Waltos and Words Plus, and many of you will be attending, I hope, all of you will be attending the Isaac Outstanding Consumer Lecture. And this was a tradition that was begun by Words Plus and Walt Waltos many years ago to focus on an individual who talks about their life and their achievements, who just happens to be someone who uses AAC. So you can see the world is all connected, interconnected, and everything touches each of us. So thank you, and I'm going to turn the floor over now to my colleague, Franklin Smith, and we'll be talking again soon. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jeff. I would like to add my own comments here for a moment, if I may, please. When I was an undergraduate student in astrophysics, studying at the University of Toronto, I spent countless hours trying to learn such subjects as quantum mechanics, celestial mechanics, and many other such subjects related to the fields of physics, mathematics, and astronomy. Professor Hawking was someone who all of us students very much admired. So it gives me great pleasure to be here now, many years later, once again able to admire Professor Hawking for his significant lifetime worth of achievements. Thank you, Stephen, for showing what is possible and for the extraordinary support you have given Isaac here today. I am thrilled, on behalf of Isaac International, to announce the creation of an endowment fund linked to the Isaac Lifetime Achievement Award. It will be Isaac's goal to attract future sponsorship to this endowment funding that will serve to further the work of Isaac around the world. I extend an invitation and a challenge to all companies, both inside and outside the field of AAC, to take part in this exciting initiative, and we will, of course, be doing our part in approaching all those same companies to partner with us in this very exciting initiative. Thank you very much. So now that you've heard the speeches, it is now that time in our opening ceremonies where we get to showcase for all of you, our delegates, the people who have traveled from near and from very far, some of what this beautiful country of Portugal has to offer. CIM, Companhia Integrada Multidisciplinar, or Integrated Multidisciplinary Company, is a professional contemporary dance physical theater company which joins together interpreters with and without disability, promoting a unique approach to inclusion while aiming for high artistic standards. CIM's work has been presented through Portugal, Spain, France, Germany, Italy, Brazil, and the USA, and attended by over 43,000 people over the past 4 years. CIM was born in 2007 from the Mode H project created specifically to participate at the European Festival of Adapted Fashion for People with Disabilities held in Tours, France. CIM was created from a partnership between APCL, Cerebral Palsy Association Lisbon, Voarte Association, and CRP-CCG, Rehabilitation Center for Cerebral Palsy Calouste Gulbenkian. The partnership is maintained and generated stronger commitments by the artistic and executive direction, the interpreters, technicians, institutions, and above all to the public, constantly acquiring new motivations, challenges, and persisting on the reflection of the connection between art and disability as a crucial means of integration and skills development. In addition to performing for you right now on this stage, please make sure to also be here for today's welcome reception, where they will once again perform. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct pleasure to give you CIM. Thank you very much to Sim. That was a very small portion of what you're going to get later today at the welcome reception. So again, please make sure that you're there to catch the full performance. So I'd now like to just round out, before handing it back over to Jeff for some final words, I'd like to take everyone fairly quickly through some housekeeping matters that will be important to all of us to make sure that we have a smooth conference. Please make sure that during the presentations, you please turn off all your telephones, pagers, cell phones, smartphones, anything that will ring, ding, or loudly play your favorite song. And also, please make sure to note the Lisbon Congress Center is a smoke-free zone. Transportation. Buses have been arranged for your convenience and are available throughout the day and allow you to travel between the Congress Center and a selected list of hotels that were recommended on the conference website. Please check the full bus schedule that you will see on the Isaac Conference website. Volunteers, you're going to see them all around the Lisbon Congress Center, and they're all extremely friendly. They're all wearing those beautiful Isaac t-shirts. So they are here to make sure that the conference is a success and is a comfortable one for everyone here. So please don't hesitate to walk up to a volunteer wearing a Conference 2014 t-shirt. They've been asked to monitor room capacities, to alert speakers of time limits. Please respect their judgment. And if you are lost, need information, want to know the time, or want to know the weather, just ask a volunteer. Room changes. As good as we are at scheduling and as good as we are at data management, there are always last-minute changes. So please consult the schedule for any last-minute changes that may arise, and if there are any really last-minute changes, they're going to be posted on the room schedule. And again, if you're uncertain, please ask a volunteer. Presenter issues. All of you who are presenters have been given the opportunity to upload files to Dropbox or bring them with you here on a USB flash drive. Anything that was uploaded into your Dropbox folder before the deadline that was given about a week or so ago, they've already been copied over to the computer in the room where your presentation will take place. If, for whatever reason, you missed the deadline or you have additional files, you can always bring them on a USB flash drive with you just before your presentation and use the computer that's available in the room. All the common file types we can accommodate, as well as videos and audio codecs, and so we're all very well prepared here. You can also bring your own laptop with you and connect it directly to the projector in the room. So as you can see, we're very flexible. Very important, use of audio and video recording. You've all signed an acknowledgement by being here that you're going to recognize and respect the rules and regulations that we have in place, not just for Isaac, but for the Lisboa Congress Center. So please respect your fellow presenters. Audio and video recording of sessions is strictly prohibited, and if you are video recording a session without permission, you will be asked to leave. Please share your photos. We encourage people to take photos of events and people at the conference, not in sessions, but outside sessions. So if you are taking pictures, and we love to share your pictures, please bring your camera or your camera memory card with you to the Isaac booth to share your photos. Photos will be organized into a montage for viewing at the closing ceremonies. And photos will also be available later for viewing in the members-only section of the Isaac website. And as you can see, there are a couple of photos from past conferences there as well. The Wi-Fi and Internet Cafe. As delegates, all of you have been provided with a Wi-Fi voucher in your delegate bag in your registration kit. Please follow the instructions in order to connect to the Wi-Fi network. It allows you to connect one device at a time. So all the instructions are on there, username, password. It's pretty easy. Even I managed to figure it out, so no problem. There's also an Internet Cyber Cafe in the area next to the exhibition hall, which is freely available. So they're all connected to the internet. Coffee breaks are available to all registered participants and are served in the exhibition area throughout the day. Please check the conference schedule to know the exact precise timing of the breaks and all the details. There's also, as mentioned earlier, a complimentary blender bar sponsored by Vitamix for individuals who may require pureed food or have issues with different textures. The blender bar is located in the cafeteria area, and there are volunteers available to help you at any given time. And also, should anyone with a disability need to take a break, we have a respite room available throughout the day. Ask any of our volunteers, and any one of them will be glad to take you there. So, just a quick rundown of our social events. Today, 1815 to 1945, a welcome reception in the exhibit hall. Tomorrow, Tuesday, the President's reception will be held at the Lisbon Marriott Hotel. Transportation is provided. It starts at 20:30, that's 8:30 for us North Americans who use a 12-hour format, and goes till 11:30 at night or 23:30. And on Wednesday is our famous Isaac social event. It is a Portuguese evening and Canadian evening social event. It is a ticketed event. If you have tickets, great. If you want a ticket, they still can be purchased. But the registration is limited, so if you don't have a ticket and you do wish, please stop by the welcome desk today to purchase. It is at the Castle del Palace. Again, transportation is provided from 2000, 8 p.m. till 11 p.m., 2300. And again, our draw prizes. Our draw will be held at the closing ceremonies. Please make sure that you come to the Isaac booth at least once a day and have your registrant badge scanned. Everyone who comes by the Isaac booth and has their badge scanned once per day for each of the 4 days of the conference will be eligible for these prizes. And again, they're courtesy of our sponsors, Star Alliance and Imagina. Thank you very much, and I'd now like to hand it over to Isaac President Jeff Riley for a few last-minute comments. Thank you.
Thank you, Franklin. Just one small correction. The Wednesday social evening is not a Canadian evening. And it's totally my fault. As you know, I was the co-chair of the Isaac Conference in Montreal, and I have been caught recycling slides and not paying attention. So my apologies to my Portuguese hosts. It is a Portuguese evening. All right. Thank you. So hopefully you have all been identified. We know you're all from all sorts of parts of the world. You've been welcomed in many different ways, and hopefully you've been moved and inspired by many of the things you've seen this morning. So it is my pleasure to hereby declare the 16th Biennial Conference, the 2014 Discovering Communication Conference in Lisbon, officially open. Have a fabulous conference. Thank you.